Well, she didn't look happy. March 21st. Well, at least we're able to get Matt on guard as our client. And we know that he didn't do it, which is very important. So now what should we do? Well, the trial is tomorrow. We only get this one chance. There's only one way to prove Mr. On Guard's innocent. We have to find the real killer. Okay, then let's start looking. It's simple. We take Pearlie's abracadabra, right, and we ask everyone in the world, did they do it? As soon as we get locks, we know that's the person. Easy. Brute force. Best method, always. We're not actually asking her what to do, are we? Let's go to the hotel. Oh, no. So, anybody here? Hey, what do you think you're doing? You can't come in without... Good morning. Hold on, it's you. What is going on around here? I heard Paul Wan was killed. Is that true? It's a bad rerun is what this is. Another Steel Samurai doing most evil of deeds. You know that's not entirely... I'll have you know that I was a huge fan of Wan's. Why do all these stars I'm interested in drop one by one like flies? Because they find out you're interested. It's always been that way, ever since I was a little girl. Class Hamster having fun until I was clean cage, and then another kid started calling me Queen Reaper. I swear, that's whatever your name is spells. 3 minutes would... Actually, I wanted to ask about the murder and what happened. Don't push me, boy. Mr. Nick. I couldn't hear everything she said because she was talking too fast. I know, it's a pain. Miss Oldbag, could you please speak a little slower? Don't boss me around, you spiky head, smarty pants. I really hope she does that in court. Like... My dear Hammer died a year ago in that dreadful murder. And only recently did I finally find a star that makes his heart go ba-dump again. I don't know what to say. I ask you, why does every star I cheer for always end up kicking the bucket? What's your words? No one's going to get away with saying anything bad about my Juan. I haven't said anything. I don't believe a word that woman says anyway. Huh? What woman? An irritating backwater girl with the afro and the horrible country accent. I mean, what is the manner of speaking supposed to be? And why does she never stop? Honestly, women these days, they don't know the meaning of the word modesty. When I was a young maid, I was so beautifully in the flowers of the fields blush, but despite this, I press the flowers with the stars were the beautiful lap up. Pearls, are you thirsty? I'm a little. Okay, I'll get you some juice or something. Thank you very much. Hey, are you paying attention, young'uns, today? I'm guessing Miss Oldbag heard everything from Lotta. I want to ask you about what happened around the time of the murder. I don't know anything about that. I was here getting ready. Getting ready for what? It's Joe, of course. Well, and the press conference afterwards. Cue mysterious music for the magical press conference. Anyway, I don't know anything about the murder. I see. But if you're talking about what I saw, that's different. I saw it very clearly. What? I saw the most important moment of the night. The most important moment? You don't mean... Oh, so now you treat me with respect, you disrespectful child. When you speak to your elders, you should always be polite. Really, kids today. Hey, she's married. Please tell me, what did you see? Gotta lie. The murder last night was gruesome, wasn't it? But then, what murder isn't? I don't know, like death by poisoning, or maybe a subtle, like, easy shiv to the back when no one's looking, single sniper bullet to the heart. It's kind of, you know, Please don't stray into another tangent. Please. Sorry, Phoenix. My bad. If you want to hear me, then show me your respect and bring this lady a present. I ain't getting you anything. Looks like the investigation is still in full swing. Hotel staff and police are running around like a bunch of headless chickens. I wonder if we can do anything investigating of our own in this kind of atmosphere. Well, gotta roll up these sleeves and try, I guess. Hey, you here? Been waiting for you, Mr. Lawyer. Lotta? Hey, Mr. Copfeller, the thief showed his face. What? Arrest him, put him on trial, find him guilty, give him the death penalty. What's wrong, Lotta? Are you feeling alright? Looked here and there and up and down the mountain, but it ain't here. So why don't you just hurry up and give me back to me, you creep? What are you looking for? My camera. Camera. It's my lifeblood. I'm gonna die without my $700 camera. Your camera. Look, don't lots of people say the criminal always goes back to the scene of the crime? And looky, here you are. Yep, here I am, faced with a lot of trouble. Oh. Huh? So ask about the camera. So you lost your camera. It ain't no ordinary camera. You buy it in a store and it's $1,600, brand new. Huh? But didn't you just say you bought it for $700? I had a nice long talk with the guy at the store. About 5 hours, I reckon. I made this itty bitty scratch on it and the manager got all huffed up in the face. He gave me his talking to and was real mean about it too. He done made me cry at that. When did you lose your camera? Last night, after the murder happened. Must have been when I was busy running around looking into things. Well, that's when I lost sight of my dear darling expensive sweetie. Lotta, what did you capture with that expensive camera of yours? I don't rightly know. I snapped a shot at anything that caught my eye. So I don't remember. And besides, I couldn't get anything from my big scoop. Wonder if Lotta's missing camera is even connected to the murder. Lotta's camera added to the court record. Do we have it? I don't think we have it though, right? $700 for a camera? That's cheap, like by some camera standards. Lotta, please tell me what you know about what happened at the time of the murder. Well, from before ceremony last night, I was hanging around here in this area. Yeah, actually, I was here until around the time Mr. Ungar was arrested. What were you doing here? You sure went to school, city boy. Wherever Lotta Hart goes, there's a story to be found. A big scoop to be had. A big scoop. I told you before, I'm going to be the best tabloid photographer the world's ever seen. Reckon, of course, that means I'm always looking for the perfect shot. Wonder what scoop she was after this time. Although, I was on the lookout for the other stars that were here. So maybe I wasn't here the entire time. Lotta, are you sure you weren't here the entire time? So you could take a picture for your big scoop? Well, maybe I was. But that's what real journalists do. I got some juicy inside info, so I thought to myself, why not get a picture for proof? What kind of story was it that you would hang around here? Oh man, oops, sorry, Mr. Lawyer. Can't be telling you that. Trade secret, you know. Not again. Why does everyone have something to hide? We've been stopped, haven't we? Yeah. Take that, Mr. Lawyer. Glad someone around here is happy. Miss Lotta and your I rule smile. I'll come back to you later. Alright, let's check out the Oh, we get both hotel rooms. Okay, this is good. This is On Guard's hotel room, our client. Where are we? We're in Mr. Matt On Guard's dressing room. This is our client's room. May I help you with something? Oh. Where? You're Mr. On Guard's lawyer, correct? I gathered as much. I also looked for lawyers on my end, but to no avail. Go on, put your tongue in, Phoenix. How did you know that I'm his lawyer? You were just saying that he is your client. In a situation like this, the only person who would use such a word would be his lawyer. Wow. It's a simple deduction, really. The trial is tomorrow, and Mr. On Guard's situation is looking rather grim. So you came here, one stop in your mad dash to find clues to build his case, correct? Well, you're not totally right, but you're not totally off. No, she is totally right. She is 100% right. How can you say that? It's really not the time to be showing off, Mr. Nick. Now, come on, Pearly, I'm not really with Mystic Maya. And this lovely lady's being very nice to us. I am Adrian Andrews. And she's got alliteration in her name, so she must be a superhero. I hate to waste time, so let's get down to business. Alright. She may be of small stature, but appearances can be deceiving. I mean, not that there's any... Yeah, no, look... Yeah, fine. So, you come here often? Take the sword first. There's some samurai-looking clothes on the sofa here. I think that jacket-looking thing is called a happy. Whatever it is, I'm sure something like that would make a great souvenir. I would be absolutely thrilled. Table. There's a giant bone sitting on the plate. I don't really like meat. Yeah, do you want a cuppa later? There's something weird about this plate. I just wish I could put my finger on what it is. Alright, let's have a look at what's weird about the plate. There's a fork and a giant bone, but no knife. Okay? Giant bone indicates meat, right? Which you would usually... you would need a knife to cut with. If there wasn't a bone, you could assume some... You know, it's common to eat a meal with just a fork, but not if there's a bone. I think that's the giveaway. It's like dishes left over from dinner. A dinner for two at that. I'm sure they're Mr. On Guard, Miss Andrews plates. Looks like they had T-bone steaks. What's with the Global Studios and T-bone steaks? I wonder if Mr. Andrews is... we should ask Miss Andrews if she's seeing Mr. On Guard. You know. Miss Andrews is one of the few characters to not be named a pun. Yeah. Except they gave her alliteration, so... It's probably Mr. On Guard's suitcase. For someone who was only going to be here for the award show, this is a lot of stuff. Looks like he has about 3 days worth of clothes in here. Stars really are different from us, aren't they? Yep. That's the bedroom over there. That's a bed? Wow, they have really big beds here. You wanna go jump on it? Go on, knock yourself out. I assume the first thing you need to know is what everyone was doing the night, correct? Yes, that is correct. Then I will tell you. Before the award ceremony, I had dinner with Mr. On Guard. In this very room, I might add. Dinner? What did you eat? I told you. I hate to waste time with trifling details. If you took a look at the table yourself, you wouldn't need to ask me. I bet she's a lot of fun at parties. Yeah. I mean... Sometimes you don't want people talking, especially the way she's talking. So I'm guessing, you know, something bright orange about this round, you know, would be perfect. When the award show was starting, I headed for Viola Hall. And after the show ended, came back to this room. No, I had some small errands to run. I helped with the preparations in the lobby. Oh, preparations for the post-ceremony show, I guess. When it was time for the post-ceremony show, I came back to call for Mr. Ongard. After that, I went to visit Mr. Kurita. And that's when you found his body, isn't it? You really held strong through everything. Yeah. She does seem to be mentally as tough as nails. So, about you and... Stop right there. You aren't seriously about to ask how Mr. Ongard and I are related, are you? Sorry. I have no idea how he could choose you as his lawyer. Why did you have to go and say something like that? Mr. Nick, calm down and hang in there. I'll give you a shoulder rub to relieve your stress later, alright? No, not alright. Completely inappropriate. I already gave you my name earlier, but I'll add to that I'm Mr. Ongard's manager. His manager. Speaking of manager, did the victor Mr. Kurita have one? No, he did not. He didn't. Global Studios has a very different policy from Worldwide Studios, in that Worldwide Studios does not assign individual managers to their stars. I see. But he as an individual could have hired his own manager, right? This industry is very ruthless and unforgiving. Actually, you look quite ruthless and unforgiving yourself to your poor partner. Dragging a little girl like her to places like this? Honestly. You're wrong. Hey, I'm doing this to help Mystic Maya. Pearls, calm down and hang in there. I'll buy you a juice later, alright? I don't like this lady anymore. Thought she was a little cutie at first, but now she just seems problem. No. Where did we get the camera from? Like, all of a sudden we just had the camera? Like, because she lost it. Right? All we got out of her was that she bought it for, like, $1,500–1,600 or something. No, that's how much it's worth. It was $700. Well, definitely a first date type. I think that's when you'd realise you don't want to go on a second date with her. And the camera just showed up in her inventory. Can we have a look at the... We can't. Let's give her Matt Ongard's profile. Ask to become Mr. Ongard's manager. He's a pleasure to manage with his nice disposition. Mr. Ongard does seem a rather weak-willed man, always doing as he's told. He's always saying my manager, right, Mr. Nick? Oh, let's give her wands then. Did you know the victim, Mr. Kurita? Yes, I knew him. The world is such a small place after all. Is she holding a business card? Did you know about his rivalry with the Nickel Samurai? Honestly, they were like children when it came to that. Time and time again, those two competed with each other over the most trivial things. If either one of them wasn't so stubborn, then maybe no one would have needed to die. What does that mean? Yeah, like... She must know why one Kurita was killed. Interesting. Do you have any ideas as to why Mr. Kurita was murdered? Would you ask me about such a thing? Just doing my job. So, do you have any ideas? This is the third one this game. This is great. Wow. Miss Andrews. Sorry, but there's nothing more I have to add to this conversation. It's 4 Cyclops. Yes, there's getting to be more and more of these lately. Alright, well. Let's go to the other room. Where was this? And I just bought that camera. Who did it? The thieving rascal? Please don't look straight at me while you're saying that. When I find the bugger who went and done this, they're gonna pay with a bullet. And if you do that, don't expect me to defend you. Okay, so maybe we don't actually have the camera. Maybe it's just hang on, I'm just gonna move out to the empty hall and see if we can look at the camera. Oh man, I was hoping there wouldn't be anyone here. Oh, Mr. Wright, how are you? Mr. Powers, have you been here the entire time? Yeah. People connected to the murder aren't allowed to go home, let alone leave. Alright, let's talk to you. Can you tell me a little more about the Nickel Samurai TV show? Okay. Nickel Samurai is an action hero program aimed towards kids. It's the sequel to the Steel Samurai. I see. This time there are 3 samurai brothers. Aluminum. Wait, I've got to say it like an American. There are 3 samurai brothers. Aluminum Samurai, Tin Samurai, and of course, the Nickel Samurai. It's a love why in Neo Tokyo. A love why? It's not a triangle? I see. Wait. A love what? A love why. This girl, Sayo, works at the tea shop and all 3 guys fall for her at the same time. Oh, I guess the Y shape is like the 3 brothers colliding over this one girl. Anyway, Sayo is actually the daughter of the evil Strawberry Clan's leader. Sounds like an unusual situation, like Romeo and Juliet times 3. Yeah. Strange thing is, this sort of forbidden love story really big with the office ladies. You don't say. Yeah, Pearl. What happens next? I want to know. Miss Sayo? Does Miss Sayo fall in love? She does, doesn't she? Every Sunday, 8 AM. I'm going to stop watching Kids Masterpiece Theatre starting this week. I can't believe she's considering this. So, what's the Jam and Ninja TV show like? I wonder why the 3 Samurais show is named after one of the 3 samurais, and not any of the other 2. It started from a remake of an old movie, to tell you the truth. The Jam and Ninja, like the samurai shows, is geared towards kids. The stories of a ninja who can't scale a wall, but became a big pop star anyway. What? He was a really lousy ninja. Absolutely couldn't do anything things right at all. But boy could he sing. With his trusty bright red guitar in hand, he took the ancient world by storm. Well, hello, miss. Would you like a treat? Come on. Hi, chat. Where's my kiss? Yeah, kiss. Whoa, good time. Cool. Morning. You want that treat? Okay. Good girl, aren't you, Pepper? Huh? Oh, thank you. Right. Big girl, yeah. Good down? Okay. Good girl. She's looking at me like, can I have another one? No, not for you, that was for Chloe. Where's Chloe? He's like Rock Lee with a guitar? Yeah. A ninja with a bright red guitar. And then, the final fight in front of his beloved Princess Musola. Jammin versus the Muromashi 5. Suddenly, our brave hero catches a not-so-jammin' cold the night before Battle 3. Oh, that's too bad for him. Yeah. This kind of pop music-based love story is something high school girls really like. Yes, Pearl. What happens next? I want to know. Jammin? The Jammin Ninja? Will he be able to sing? What about Princess Missola? Every Sunday at 8 a.m. Which show should I watch? You tape one and watch the other one, then you watch the tape, yeah? Can't believe she's really considering this. Alright, let's I was trying to find a place where I could go and have a look at this camera, but doesn't seem to be one. And what's her face is in the lobby, so Karita's room. Maybe there'll be no one in here and we can look at it. Whoa, look at the teddy bears. Is that Freddy Fazbear? Mr. Nick, where are we? We're in Juan Karita's room, Pearls. Mr. Karita? The victim. Well, hello there, Chloe Bear. Oh, who's getting so big? Oh. Oh, you're so fluffy. So fluffy. Your kisses. Your kisses, eh? Give you a belly rub. There you go. Put your feet up on the desk. Crunchy, crunchy. Oh, I just want cuddles. Who loves the cuddles? Hey, you been a good girl? Did Wee's outside? Yeah? Oh. Time for sleep? No, you can't. You know where the treat bucket is. You're not allowed to go get it. Get it so big. Right? Alright. Bye, chat. Go see Mum. See you in the morning. Oh, it's you. So what's happened? The kidnapper. Has he contacted you again? Not yet. He probably won't until we win Mr. Unguard's acquittal. I saw that's terrible, Baha. You doing okay, pal? Hanging in there? I just want Maya to be alright. Oh, pal. We don't have a lot of time left, but I'm going to help you as much as I can, pal. Can you do that? Even if we want to look around the crime scene? Just this once. Special circumstances, right, pal? I'll even tell you everything I know, but you gotta keep it quiet. There's my neck on the line here. Thank you. Oh, that's right. I got you guys a map of the hotel, pal. Here you go, little Mithy. Wow, you're giving it to me? Thank you. Haha, wouldn't want you to get lost in a hotel too big for its own good. Mr. Nick, I got a map. That's great, Pearls. Oh, but Mr. Nick, I can't read what it says. Hotel guide map added to the court record. Alright, Gumshoe, what do you got? Oh, yeah. What do you got, Gumshoe? Cause of death. Do you know what was the cause of death? Well, technically, the final autopsy report isn't out yet, but one look at the victim should tell you, pal. It should? Yeah, here's the picture. Hey, that's from next door. There's a knife in his chest. Yeah, pal, that's a murder weapon. So he was stabbed to death. One stab wound? Or maybe there's 2 or 3 there. But still. They're looking at the fingerprints down at the lab right now. There were fingerprints on the knife. Yup. It looks like they're pretty thorough Mr. Unguard's prints, pal. That's bad. Real bad. Okay, crime fighter added. Why was Mr. Unguard arrested? Because we had evidence on him. Evidence? It looked like the victim, Juan Karita, really put up a big fight. Yeah, one look at the crime scene and you can tell. There's strands of struggle everywhere. I wonder if the guitar was in the other room. Oh yeah, during the fight his button came off. Stungard said something about a button. Seems like one of the buttons in them. Yeah, okay, so someone else was wearing the outfit just like the last samurai case, according to Sakama. But that's not all. What? There was a witness, pal. A witness? Who is it? Yeah, that lady, Miss Oldbag. Oh, please, anyone but her. prosecution had plenty of evidence to make a solid case. Not to mention there's something around the wear of the victim that was a little off. Something that's a little off, as in that's for you to figure out, pal. Alright, let's try to figure out, Mr. Nick. Okay, so we can examine around, and one thing I just noticed was that the room slid across, and we didn't check in the other room if there's a slide option. I don't think there was. But we need to check that out in the other room. Wow, there are a lot of bears. Alarm clock ones, collector's editions, stuffed teddies, plastic models. It's pretty overwhelming. There's kind of a bear he doesn't have. There's even a few in the trash can. Oh, that's terrible. Look, there's one with a fish. Yeah, I get the feeling the guy didn't really like bears. Poor teddies. It's hard to bear with all these problems, growl. Flashbacks. I don't want to bear with the trauma the last case caused me. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. There are all sorts of things in this refrigerator. The carrot juice bottle and the tomato juice bottle are both empty. Maybe he got a drink for someone? Empty. It's too much of a hassle to throw them away, I guess. They're all vegetable juices. I guess he must have been a real health nut. Ah, there's a beet, some ketchup, and a bottle of strawberry jam too. Maybe red was his favourite colour. So he gave the carrot juice to someone else here. His suitcase. It's a suitcase. There are so many things in it that I bet it barely closes. There's his clothes, a dryer, an electric shaver, a calculator. All stars pack too much stuff like Mr. Kurita? Yes, they do. It's so messy here. Pearl really likes things neat and tidy, I take it. There's a lot of electronic things in here that I've never seen before. Hey, Mr. Nick, tell me what they are, pretty please. Okay, well, that's a watch. You wear it on your wrist. I know what a watch is. For a second there, I thought it was talking about pearls, not Maya. She's talking with pearls. Oh, okay. He's explaining it to... Okay, because Maya's dumb. And she's outsmarted by the 8-year-old. Okay, empty guitar case. This is a guitar case, I guess. A little beat up, but still usable? That's strange. The guitar is not here. Maybe he forgot to bring it to the show. But Mystic Maya, she said the Bright Red guitar was the Jammy Ninja's signature item. That's true. Huh. The guitar case is wet, but it's only wet on the top of the lid. Yeah, there's no water inside the case. This is water, isn't it? Guitar case added to the court record. Is it water? Broken vase. Bottles of cosmetics are scattered all over the floor. It's probably where Mr. Kurita fought his assailant. What are these bits of glass from? Flower vase, maybe. There are flowers on the floor. I don't know what they are. You don't know much about flowers, do you, Mr. Nick? Glass of wine? It's a beautiful wine glass, and there's tomato juice in it. It's the red juice from the fridge. Ew, tomato juice. I don't really like it much. Yeah, it's not the nicest as a juice. There's a bottle of it on the table. That's probably where it came from. It doesn't seem... It seemed weird? What seems weird? I mean, everything else is scattered all over the floor. It's like the drink was poured after the murder was taking place. Make it really cold and calculating. Or it was there for fingerprints as a plant. He's right, the flower vase is broken and the makeup is strewn everywhere. Why is this glass the only thing that's still alright? Looks like Mr. Corita had dinner last night. This bottle, it's tomato juice. Ate a lot of food at the award show last night. I wonder if the stars had gone on stage after only eating a meager meal like this. Yeah, T-bone. What a meager meal. So that's a bed, right? Yep, it's big, but it's a bed. I must think it's so soft. Big beds must be a rarity for her. Well, that's everything. What's the word? The wine glass, Mr. Gumshoe. I wonder if we present him the guitar case as well. What can you tell me about this guitar case? Oh, that. This is just what I heard, pal, but this Jam and Ninja's signature item. The guitar case? No, not that. What do you take me at? I mean the guitar inside, of course. But the guitar is missing. Yeah, we looked for it too. It's not normal for a person to forget to bring their most famous item to award show. Starting to sound as the red guitar is related to this case after all. Okay. So about this wine glass. Ah, so you noticed it, pal. The whole crime scene was a mess. This glass was the only thing that was untouched. You noticed that too, Detective Gumshoe? No, actually Miss Von Karma noticed it first. Yeah, Pearl's noticed it before me too. Hey, wait a minute. Does that mean Miss Von Karma's here at the hotel? Yeah, she's around. Man, you're gonna be in so much trouble, pal. Especially if she catches you in here. Wait, no, you're the one who's gonna be in trouble. Well, you can bet the instant I see her, I'll be running the 1,000-meter dash. That's a lie. Phoenix wants her. She wants him so bad. Beep, 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 beep. It's gonna be the transponder. What's that beeping noise, Mr. Nick? I've heard this somewhere before. It's Miss Von Karma. Huh? For some reason, whenever I hear that sound, she pops out of nowhere and whips me. Come to think of it, that's exactly what happened last time. Sorry, I gotta make myself scarce. Later, pal. Ow! At last, you reveal your true nature, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Would it be too much to ask for it? Be nice for me for a change? So you're the type to steal information from pitifully hopeless detectives. That's very dishonorable of you. Ow. Hey. Don't you dare run away, Scruffy McTrenchcoat. Ah. I didn't think the detectives of this country could be this pitiful. Oh, detective, come over here for a second. Oh, man. Oh, he's out. I feel better knowing at least you were man enough to face your punishment. He was so scared he just froze up on the spot. Mr. Phoenix Wright, you have soiled my perfect prosecution record. Twice. I'll never forget that. This time, victory is mine. I mean, I'm not one for spoilers, but there's a third game. Which means you lose this case. Just saying. Victory is yours. Is that all this means to you? What? Come, Scruffy. The investigation briefing is about to begin. Yes, sir. This isn't over yet. I swear on my family's honor. Normally you want to swear on something that has value. It makes it worth more. Oh, what did she throw at me now? What is this? Oh, she gave us a number. Ooh. Well, I guess this means I've got to get back to the precinct now, pal. If you ever need me, come down to the Criminal Affairs Department, alright? And if you can, try not to let Miss Von Karma see you. It doesn't have the look at thing. What did she give us? Where's the thing that she gave us? Oh wait, it's on the table. Mr. Nick, what's this piece of paper? It's called an autograph. Autograph? The paper's got Mr. Kurita's name written on it, so it's his autograph. I can't read it at all. To be honest, I've never seen writing that looks like this. It's a special way of writing called cursive. Okay, see how it says, "To my dearest Wendy," in normal letters here? But this sloppy, unreadable writing, it's crazy and cruel to give this to someone. Hold on. Wendy. I've heard that name somewhere before. Mr. Kurita's autograph added to the court record. Wendy Oldbag. Let's move. Hallway. Move. Viola Hall. Powers. Wendy Oldbag. She's in the hotel lobby. I don't have anything to say to delinquents like you. Okay, hang on. How about I take my measurements? No, that's okay, really. She really doesn't like you, Mr. Nick. I know, I know.
Take that!
I'm in your head now, Wendy. What you witnessed. And I'll be honest with you for now. And please, tell us what you saw. Oh, what a waste. And here I have a perfectly good chance to have a little fun at your youngin's expense. I am a little devil after all. Doesn't that imply you aren't a good person? Alright, I'll give you what you want.
Take that!
War Master Khan, how you doing, man? Nice. Good rhyme, dude. That's Juan's autograph. Yes. Yes, it is. And it even says on it, "To my dearest Wendy." That's me, right? Right? My name is Wendy Oldbag, so that Wendy has to be me, right? Well, it may say Wendy. But somehow I don't think Juan has this Wendy in mind when he signed it. Oh, please, give it to me. Let me have it, please. Can't let you have it just like that. I know, then how about an exchange? Wow, it was worth all three of them. Wow, she must really want this autograph. My offer isn't good enough for you. Fine, Mr. Wright, you win. Wendy Oldbag, ready to open up a heart, all for my dearest Juan. One item. You're coming on the other side of the fog? That's amazing, dude. Remember, anytime that you just want to sit and chat or whatever, you're always welcome here and open up if you feel like it. Or you can hit me up in on Discord if you want to, vent off some anything. Autograph given to Wendy Dearest. My pleasure, man. I feel bad for you now. Huh? I tell you, I saw him that night. I saw him coming out of Juan's room. You're kidding. Oh no. It was about 10 minutes before Juan's body was discovered. just a coincidence. I was on my way to the toilet minding my own business. And did you tell that to the police? Well, of course. I thought I could get a gift certificate or two out of it, maybe more. Gift certificate. I've been recruited again for that part of the trial. You know, the trial tomorrow. This time, you're going to get it. I'm going to work hard to get your client pronounced guilty. But Mr. On Guard hasn't done anything bad. I don't care about details like that. I know he did my dear poor Juan in. I just do. That yellow-bellied chicken. A yellow-bellied chicken? I wonder what that would look like. I trust my senses. I know when someone did something bad, and I say he did it. In other news, this woman is made of nightmares. Can confirm. What did Mr. On Guard ever do to deserve this? Okay. What did Mr. On Guard do to you to make you so... You don't know? And that guy, he framed my Juan. He created that scandal that plagued poor Juan. Mr. Nick, what is it? What's a scandal? Oh, I'll tell you about that after we get home, okay? Poor Juan, led astray by the wiles of that vile temptress. Mr. Nick, what do viles and vile temptress mean? How about we just listen to what Miss Oldbag has to say for now, okay, Pearls? So, Miss Oldbag, who is this woman you're talking about? Adrian Andrews, of course. Who else? Yeah. Dirty something manager. Look, you can see it. She's doing the whole... Would you like me to type, something, something? Panz can't think of words for stupid secretary in adult movie. That's what she said. And he was like, oh yes, Juan would like the secretary. Come here, mon ami. And, how about you play with my guitar? Because, he had a guitar. And then she stabbed him. Easy. Case closed. Murder found. That guy, he shoved that girl into Juan on purpose. To his own manager? But why? I thought lawyers were smart. It was to create a scandal. To make Juan lose face. You see where it doesn't, the translation is lost there because, it's definitely a Japanese thing to lose face. If we've got any Americans, can you confirm that losing face, in some sort of love scandal doesn't hurt you? If anything, it sort of helps your social standing. Just for confirmation. Yep. Dragged his reputation through the mud. Sounds like a pretty standard definition of scandal to me. Why do you know about that anyway, Miss Oldbag? Oh, I'm one of Juan's biggest fans. I'm always out there gathering information. There's nothing I don't know. And do you have proof Mr. On Guard did what you say he did? Next week's issue of a certain magazine says so. Of course. A tabloid. If you're a dude that isn't a politician, like a television actor, then you're fine. Which it was in this case. And if you're a woman, then double standards. Yeah. So we'll just take the we're taking the TV show Heartthrob in a scandal is good, right? Next week. Doesn't that mean it's something people don't know about yet? Why would Miss Oldbag have information like that? And where did she get it? And did you hear that I think there's another DLC coming for The Outer Worlds, War Master Khan? Yeah, so there's the Gorgon one and then one that's coming out. We might have to play both of those, maybe. Maybe. I don't think you've got anything to say. Do you have anything new? Oh, she's got her big scoop. Panz muted. Yeah, I was sneezing and coughing, and then I was reading that in very bad accent. She was hanging around here to get a scoop, and Wendy just told us about a scoop in the other room. So the scoop is the scandal, right? That's why I presented the case, except I keep forgetting. You don't present the person, you've got to do the chain lock thing first.
Take that!
You can't lips? You can't read lips? Oh, dude. You're going to need to learn how to do that. Got to read lips. Yeah. Especially the, you know, closed eyes, and then you got to read and you lean in. You'll get there, you know. It's a very important part of growing up. Read lips, then touch lips. And then not safe for work. You got it? Lotto, will you please answer my questions? On the night of the murder, why were you loitering around the victim's room? I told you, didn't I? For my scoop. What do I want to know about the details of this scoop? That's not something I can tell you. I mean, that there's my bread and butter. Alright then, an unpleasant tabloid photographer looking for a scoop. I'm going to say that you were looking into a scandal. Grr. Could it be that you, Lotta Hart, were looking for a break with a huge story? Perhaps an unfolding scandal between Juan, Corita, and this person?
Take that!
Yeah. This woman? She's Adrian Andrews, Matt on Guard's manager. The Nickel Samurai's manager caught secretly meeting with his rival, the Jammin' Ninja. It would be the hottest story to the season, wouldn't it? You're pretty good at this guessing thing, Mr. Lore. But you can't just make up any old thing and think it'll make the papers. You gotta have backup. Backup. Yeah. You gotta have that, what's it? News sauce. You mean news source. That's it. So show me something that shows that one guy had something with Miss Andrews. I reckon she got the photo. And this camera, where did we get... I don't know why... It just said the camera showed up.
Take that!
You really think I'm a kind of idiot, don't you? Huh? Don't you know pros don't go for a lead without proof something's worth going after? Well, if the pro we're talking about is you, then this looks right up your alley. As if... Oh, we were wrong. Looks like I touched a nerve there. Now listen here, city boy. Show me a good solid news sauce or else. You mean news source. That's it. So show me something that shows that one guy had something with Miss Andrews. Oh, interesting. I don't think I've got anything. I don't think I have enough evidence yet. Should investigate and gather some more clues before I try again. Oh, well. I wanted to go in that room and see if we could slide across. No, there is no slide option. I'd like to ask you about this. I told you, I hate trifling matters. It's a waste of time to show me things that are of no relevance to me. Wow, this is the first time I've been shut down this badly. That's not true, Phoenix. You get shut down all the time. But it's the knife. I want to show the knife. Yeah. Let's speak to Dude. We haven't really talked to him. Hey, that's Miss Andrews. She's Matt's manager. Actually, I was interested in her for a little bit. Just a little. She's kind of cute. Man, she's a bitch. Mr. Powers likes this type of woman. I mean, let's be honest with each other, fellas. Like, not just Mr. Powers, right? What do you know about Miss Andrews? Well, see, here's the thing. I don't really know her. You know. Powers like, what does that mean? There's sort of a small rumor going around about her right now. A rumor? If you're interested, I'd be glad to share what I know. He's so happy he looks like a lion that's just found his next meal. The gossip on Adrian. Would you mind telling me this gossip? Oh, so you are interested in it. I figured you would be. Yeah. I have a weakness for celebrity gossip, too. Oh, really? You too, huh? Yeah, so take a look at this. Looks like a tabloid Miss Oldbag would read. Alright, let's see. Jam and Midnight Rendezvous. To the mysterious yet beautiful manager, to the stars, Miss A.A. You see now, don't you? What? You can't stop pretending to be in the dark, Mr. Wright. Juan Carita didn't have a manager of his own. Which means if we're talking about a certain manager with the initials A.A., Adrian Andrews. Yeah, this is big news. But it seems kind of odd, that woman, Miss Andrews, together with the biggest rival of her client. It's that wonderful thing that can only happen between two people. Mr. Powers looks so happy. Powers is just following along, not having any idea as to why she's smiling. Aw, poor Pearls. Well, like the saying goes, one man's garbage is another man's treasure. Magazine clipping added to the record. Okay. I don't know what to do with that. Thanks, dude.
Take that!
Wait, that one was already gone. Lana, will you please answer my questions? And then I had a murder. Why were you loitering around the victim's room? I told you, didn't I? For my scoop. What I want to know about the details of this scoop. That's not something I can tell you. I mean, that there's my bread and butter. I'm going to say you were looking for a scandal. There. Could it be that you, lot of heart, were looking to take a break with a huge story? Perhaps an unfolding scandal between Juan Carita and this person.
Take that!
This woman? She's Adrian Andrews, Matt Unguard's manager. The Nickel Samurai's manager caught secretly meeting with his rival, the Jammin' Ninja. It'd be the hottest story of the season, wouldn't it? You're pretty good at this guessing thing, Mr. Laura. You can't make up any old thing and think it'll make the papers. You gotta have backup. Backup? Yeah, you gotta have that, what is it? New sauce. I mean, news source. That's it. Show me something that shows that one guy had something with Ms. Andrews. Hot Star. Yep, there we go. It's that one.
Take that!
Take that! This is the article from a certain weekly tabloid. Jam and Midnight Rendezvous. To the mysterious yet beautiful manager to the stars, Miss A.A. Mr. Carita didn't have a manager of his own. What's more, his rival, Miss Unguard's manager, Adrian Andrews. She has the initials A.A. You saw this article and then thought to take some pictures of them as proof. That's why you were lurking around Mr. Carita's door last night. Hey, we got a health pack. You were looking into Mr. Carita and Miss Andrews' affair, weren't you? You got it. I was gonna get myself a scoop by catching him in a secret meeting. But there's already an article about it in one of the weekly tabloid magazines. It's no longer breaking news. What'd you just say? Her initials are AA. What kind of vague thing is that? That ain't no proof of nothing. People are gonna want to see real proof. Well, at least I do. So that's what I was doing, getting photos. Alright, well, Master Khan, hopefully you have a great day, my friend. I'm going to pop in on a break and say hi. Oh. I'm going to whip up the reader's interest with some gossip and a little misleading. Then spice it up a little and have myself exclusive story. Wow, that is a nice journalistic integrity you got there. I already finished writing up my spicy article, you know. But the paper I wrote it on, my note to myself, is gone. Your note to yourself. It was inside the case of my $1,600 camera. They done run off together. I came here for my big story. Didn't come here to have my treasure disappear on me. Yeah, I understand. It's enough to make a gal go bonkers. I'll tell you, what's with people now anyway? I never thought I'd see the day when someone done steal something from me. You really want that note back, huh? I've got no idea why though. The story on the note is probably a bold-faced lie. Stole Lotta's camera, stolen on the night of the murder. Tabloid article about the victim was in the case. So we don't actually have the camera. We've just got it's in our inventory as something pertaining to the story, but we don't have it, I guess. Okay, so the only one left is Andrews, who she's got like a big lock thing, and we've got nothing. We do have what's his face? He told us to go see him at any time. So let's leave. I think we just leave the thing. We need to find that camera. We go down to the place now. Criminal Affairs Department. Go see Gumshoe. See how he's going. Detective Gumshoe said they had an investigation briefing. Yeah. Oh, he's back. Hey, so you came, pal. Why the blunt greeting? Because there's nothing to be friendly or happy about. What do you mean by that? Well, things look perfect this time around. The evidence and testimony are airtight. But, we can't just roll over and die. We have to stay positive. Alright, tell us what you know, Gumshoe. Airtight evidence. So what do you mean the evidence is airtight? I can't give you all the details, pal, but there's two big pieces. Two... And both of them are in this photo. Show us the photo. The first is the button that's missing from the victim's chest. Okay, so it's... Oh, I thought this was 2 stab wounds. It's not. It's 2 bits of thread, probably from holding the button on. Right? And it's a big button, so and it was caught in the pants. But someone else could have been wearing the outfit. You know, we've seen that sort of gameplay before, right? That's the button that you found during your body search of Mr. On Guard. Yup, I found it in the fold of the Nickel Samurai's special pants. And the second one is the knife in his chest, pal. The fingerprints on the knife in his chest, to be exact. Yeah, okay, so that's from the plate that he was eating from. A lot of people could have had access to the knife and just used it, especially if they're in costume. Could have been wearing gloves. Fingerprints, whose are they? You didn't even have to ask, little missy. It's obvious. They're mad on guards. Tomorrow's trial talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place. So what about this airtight testimony? It's that old security lady, Miss Oldbag. I thought so, yeah. What do you mean you thought so? Did she tell you something, pal? Well, I even told her not to open that mouth of hers and blab to anyone. Her blab knob is stuck on 10, and there's no turning it down, trust me. Yeah, well, Miss Oldbag saw it all, pal. She saw Mr. On Guard come out of the victim's room around the estimated time of death. No way. Well, we know it's fake, and Pearly knows it's fake too, because we used the little green 9 stone on him, and he had no locks. show him this. We're pretty interested in this bit of gossip ourselves. The scandal with Mr. Kurita. Oh, it's us. The scandal with Mr. Kurita? But why? Well, it shows a motive. Or maybe something linked to motive. Maybe someone else's. Well, 2 years ago. Oh, wow, okay. A woman committed suicide. That was a brief flash. We didn't see that at all. Suicide? Her name was Celeste Impact. And she was Juan Kurita's manager. The victim's manager. That's not all, pal. This Impact was Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. Ah, okay. So that's motive for AA to do the murdering. She taught Miss Andrews everything she knew about the business from square one. Her mentor. The woman was both Kurita's manager and Miss Andrews' mentor. Could her suicide have something to do with this case? Do I know more about her, pal? I do, actually. She was the victim's manager and also Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. It's been 2 years since her suicide, and by now those two are linked again by another death. Or maybe it's just a coincidence. And that's that whipping noise. I'm getting sick of dealing with one foolish idiot after another. Miss Von Karma. Miss Von Karma. You can't seem to stop allying yourself with the enemy, can you? I don't need a traitor in my midst. You mean... I do. Scruffy? You have 30 minutes to get out of here. You are no longer needed. Goodbye. That's... Wait, please wait, sir. If you don't, quiet. If it weren't for your traitors like you, I would have won. Is that what you want to say? Who? That voice. Edgelord. It's been a long time, Wright. This person. This is Mr. Edgelord? What am I going to do with you? Still blaming others when things go wrong? You haven't changed a bit, Francisca. Oh, because he was what's-his-face's protege. So he knew her when she was younger. You. How dare you show your face to me with a shred of shame upon it? You've soiled the Von Karma name, dragged it through the mud. You even ran away with your tail between your legs like the ill-bred dog you are. That's harsh words. You're talking about the Von Karma family creed to be perfect in every way. Then let's hear it, Francisca. How are things going? I hear you're having a rough time maintaining perfection in this country. You give it to her, Edgelordy. You seem to be getting crushed under the weight of it all. That's why I came back. Keep your assumptions to yourself. I haven't given in yet. I won't lose. This case is mine. I'll never hand it over to you. Never. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I will see you tomorrow in court. It will be a clinical lesson of the meaning of total victory. Still the same wild mare she always was. Welcome back, I guess. I thought you, the prosecutor Miles Edgelord, had gone and died. Mr. Nick, I never wanted to see you again. No, I never wanted to see you again. That was us? I think that's enough of a warm welcome for someone you haven't seen in a year. You going to run tomorrow's trial? You heard her, right? That wild mare hasn't given in yet, it seems. So no, I don't think I'll be making an appearance. Your hatred for me is quite unhealthy, not to mention one-sided. But I will say one thing. You can't win on your own at the trial tomorrow. What's that supposed to mean? I have something definitive that you lack. And working together is the definition of teamwork. The power to find the truth. The truth. In order to understand this case, you have to understand a certain truth. Well, if you ever feel the need for my assistance, it is available to you. I'm not in charge of this case, so I can be a bit more generous with information. That's what is going on inside his head. A lot of things may have happened, however, Manfred von Karma is still my mentor. And a perfect win record is proof of von Karma. 1 year ago, you could not establish guilt in a few cases. Are those losses the reason you suddenly... No, this is me, not him. Are those losses the reason you suddenly disappeared from the prosecutor's office? Did you leave because you had lost your perfect win record? To think your motivation for prosecuting trials was so selfish. It'd have been better for everyone if you'd never come back from the dead, Edgelord. Oh man, he's getting angry. I see. Then let me ask you something. Why do you stand in the courtroom? What is your reason? Well, with Franziska, she almost always says, I will defeat you this time, the instant she sees me. But the courtroom is not a personal battlefield for prosecutors and lawyers. I stand in the courtroom to defend my client, to save their lives. To save your client, you say. Those who think only their own ego-driven goals. Those kind of prosecutors are no, it's me. Those kind of prosecutors are reprehensible to me. Even if you're a prodigy. Or someone like you, Edgelord. It looks like there is still a lot you have yet to learn. A lot I have yet to learn. Me? Well, that's enough for now. The time when you will see is coming soon enough. Well, that doesn't sound very good. We are looking into leads. We can only look into a few key players with our limited resources. There's no reason for us to waste our energy investigating this person. Why don't you just tell it to me straight so I don't have any, and say I don't have any info. Oh, it's her. I gotta give. He was around 2 years ago, we weren't. This woman is another key to solving this case. Do you really think so? She was Adrian Andrews' mentor a long time ago. But she was suddenly called away by a different show and became Juan Corrida's manager. And then a few months later, Celeste Impax died. And her death was ruled a suicide, right? Yes. But there's still one riddle we've yet to solve. A riddle? Her suicide note. It went missing. No one could find it. Suicide note that just vanished, huh? This Impax's death was most certainly a suicide. Of that there is no mistake. However, we could not find her suicide note. That's when the police began to suspect that someone had hidden it. The suicide note. And how do you know Miss Impax had even written such a note? There was no solid evidence. However, we did find traces of ink on her right index finger, which makes the likelihood of a suicide note very high. Who would hide such a thing? Adrian? The police think it was Juan Corrida himself. The victim? He was the one who found her body. Which makes him the only person who had a chance to hide her suicide note. Mr. Corrida hid his own manager's suicide note, but why? As long as her note is missing, any speculation beyond this is meaningless. For now, I think you should look this over. This is the suicide report. Part 1, anyway. Part 1? Let's have a look at it. I can't look at it. Well, how do I look at it? I don't like to I don't like to look through reports. I like suicide reports even less. Worst of all, the reports that have multiple parts like that one. That has 2. 2 parts. You just handed me as the first part of the report. Here is the second part. Why didn't you just give us both of them? The second part's about attempted suicide. The attempter's name is Adrian Andrews. Miss Andrews, what did she do? She tried to kill herself. She doesn't seem like the kind of person to try to kill herself, though. You think she's a strong career woman? That's just what she wants you to think. Adrian Andrews, there's been a certain secret she's always been trying to hide. A secret? Her dependent nature. That's what she really liked on the inside. Miss Andrews, dependent. Talk about the exact opposite of what that woman is. Did he give us the second part? Oh, it's up the top. I wonder why they did that. What's this about Miss Andrews having a dependent nature? Adrian Andrews attempted suicide. It was a few days after the death of Celeste Impacts. And? Why did Adrian Andrews think about committing suicide? Because Celeste did. Because she had apparently lost her will to live. Lost her will to live? But why would she... Her pillar of strength, her mentor Celeste Impacts was gone forever. That's why. Why would that... Is this what they call following someone to the grave? After attempted suicide, Adrian Andrews started attending counselling sessions. She is someone who needs a person in with she can trust absolutely. And once she finds that person, she'll do anything she can to keep them near her. Without such an anchor in her life, her crippling anxiety stifles her ability to live. And that's the nature of her dependency on others. It's deep. When Celeste Impact suddenly committed suicide, the world before her turned pitch dark. That's according to Adrian Andrews herself. And that means her super confident attitude. It's all a facade. She's only copying her mentor's behavior to hold herself together. I wonder if we can present that to her. If we give you this, you're going to give us more? Appearances can be deceiving. It's such a cliche saying, but it's cliche because it's true. Miss Andrews. To think that behind that unwavering brave fun, she's been hiding this weakness in fear. Okay. It's got nothing else for us. Alright, so that might be do we have enough to break her locks? Maybe. We'll find out. Oh, Miss Andrews is here. But it looks like she's talking with someone. That's Franziska von Karma. Uh-oh. Miss von Karma, what are you doing here? Well, you see, I'm his lawyer, so you've got some nerve following me around. Following you? That's you, Miss von Karma. You're the one doing the following. She was here first, so maybe, Pearls, You're always following that detective with the little beard. Me? Following after Scruffy? Don't make me laugh. Let me show you something interesting, little girl. What is that? She's got some sort of tracking device somewhere. Electromagnetic receiver. I planted a tracking device on that detective. And with this, I know that fool's every move. Oh, that's why he always hears the beep. Okay, yeah. I feel really sorry for poor Detective Gumshoe now. We should go tell him so we can throw the tracker off. Now then, stop wasting time. Adrian Andrews. Yes? Think hard about what we've just discussed. Think hard about what we've just understood. Alright. What are those two talking about? Miss Andrews. She seems a little dazed, doesn't she? Well, Francisca whips hard. Yeah.
Take that!
Why was Juan Corrida murdered? If you ask me, I think you know the reason he was killed. Why are you hiding things? Don't you realize you're putting Mr. Engarde's life in danger by your actions? Why do you ask questions for which I have no answers? The truth is, I was not that close to Mr. Corrida. You were not that close. That's right, I've never been good at being intimate with another person. You're not good at being intimate with another person. Somehow I highly doubt that. If we could present the profile or the suicide note? Probably the profile, because it's the person. Oh, actually, we're not presenting. We're waiting for him to say something, and she'll give us a clue. Wait, we do have enough evidence. No.
Take that!
Take that, and fast forward to the bit where I need to... Blip, 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 blip. Oh, what?
Take that!
Third time's the charm. Come on. Take that! I'm very bad at connecting with people. They're so depressing for the most part. But especially just like feeble-minded individuals. Yes, well, that's why I don't think I could ever be intimate with you. I guess she's saying I'm both depressing and stupid. I'm certain you're very close with the victim. Oh. Say that all you like, but you still don't have any proof. You're not good at being intimate with another person. Somehow I highly doubt that. Okay. She wants proof that she was intimate with someone. We're using the words intimate and physically, I guess, instead of connecting. She's saying she's not good at being intimate with someone on a mental level. And so we're going to give her evidence that she may have been intimate with someone on a physical level. And that solves the puzzle. It's kind of rubbish puzzle.
Take that!
You and Mr. Corrida had an intimate relationship, did you not? That's lawyer wording. Silly third-rate tabloid article. If you even had half your wits about you, you wouldn't believe such rubbish. That's her to us. Well, it seems quite a few people have already bought into this story. As to be expected in a world filled with crooks and lawyers. Liars. Nah, crooks and lawyers. Crooks and liars, same thing, right? Note to self, stay on her good side. In any case, I despise interpersonal relationships like that. I see, however, what if there was a need for you to get close to someone? Me? Need to get close to Mr. Kurita? As if there was ever such a need. Didn't you get close to Mr. Kurita for this person's sake? Oh, that's obvious now.
Take that!
Celeste Impacts, your mentor. How many chains do we get? How do you know about Celeste? Miss Impacts. She committed suicide, didn't she? It looks like no one knows why. Right before her death, she was Juan Kurita's manager. So I believe you got close to Mr. Kurita so you could find out more about her suicide. You have a great imagination. You may have a future yet as a slimy muckraker for a putrid third-rate tabloid. Miss Andrews. There's no mystery surrounding her death, none. It would be pointless for me to force myself into a relationship for nothing. Is that really true? Was there really no mystery at all? I don't believe you were completely at ease with the way her suicide was resolved. No note? Was her suicide note hidden?
Take that!
Miss Impact's suicide note was never found, was it? Looks like the police were under the suspicion that someone had hidden it. Like maybe the person who discovered her body, Mr. Kurita. Juan? And Miss Andrews, I believe you thought the same thing. That is why you became intimate with Mr. Kurita. Alright, Valkyrie. I'll see you when you get back, man. I've sat by quietly and listened to your insulting ramblings long enough. No, you haven't. I'm going to insult you with ramblings some more. It's true that Celeste was my mentor, however. Allow me to say this again. I had nothing to do with me. It had nothing to do with me. I didn't even know that her suicide note was never found. A person who doesn't care about what goes on in the lives of others. That's the impression you'd like to give, however. I don't think that's who you really are. What? I have evidence that says otherwise. I don't think we do. This is proof that Celeste Impacts was someone very special to you. Oh yeah, she tried to follow her.
Take that!
You nearly went through with it too, didn't you? Went through with what? Ending your life? Sanders, you look and act like a very strong woman who has it all together. You don't ask for anyone's help, relying only on yourself. Yes, I've been very independent ever since I can remember. However, that is all just a lie, a facade. You've always searched out people whom you can depend on. That's... You were dependent on Miss Impacts, weren't you? Which is why... When she passed away, you lost everything you had. Stop! Oh, Phoenix. Little rough, mate. When Celeste passed away so suddenly like that. I died a death of my own, but no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop thinking about what had become of her note. You must have heard about the police report. The one that said the police suspected Mr. Kurita of hiding Miss Impact's note. You heard about it and thought to recover it from him by getting close. Am I right? She did. If that's the case, then everything changes. What do you mean? What topic did we start this conversation on again? It was why the victim was killed. Exactly. Somehow, Miss Andrews, it seems that you have become the one with a reason to want Mr. Kurita dead. Me? Simpacts was everything to you. And then she died. And you would do anything to find out why she killed herself. Even commit murder. Murder? Oh, there we go. We didn't need a third piece of evidence. Wish they, when you only need 3, they give you 3. Makes sense. Motive for murder. It's true I am a woman who can only live in insecurity. I'm physically small and I don't really have a lot of self-confidence. I've pushed against all that though. I've tried to live strongly. Never wanted anyone to find out the truth. Oh, Miss Andrews. It's the one thing I wanted to take with me to the grave. It was my secret, mine and mine alone. No, everyone knew. I'm sorry. You probably think I'm a worthless human being right now, don't you? Oh, please, Miss Andrews. All I want to know is the truth. After Celeste passed away, I heard that someone had hidden her suicide note. And that someone was Juan Corrida. Celeste. Without her, I became scared. Everyone seemed like they were out to get me. So you got close to Mr. Corrida to recover her suicide note, correct? Looks like that tabloid reported the truth after all. Ironic, isn't it? Well, like they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. And if they purposely add fuel to the fire, they keep the celebrity world burning. Yeah, that's pretty, yeah, okay. As for the suicide note, I wouldn't kill anyone for it. It just doesn't suit me, that's all. Well, that's enough for now. I still have work to do, so... I understand. Oh, I have one small favor to ask. My attempted suicide, I'd like for you to keep it a secret. No promises. Miss Andrews, if people found out about my weakness, I would sooner choose to die than live. I understand, we'll keep it a secret. Miss Andrews, I guess she's overthinking type. She probably never says anything without carefully thinking it through first. Thank you for your discretion. Mr. Nick, can I ask you something? What is it, Pearly? Miss Andrews has been playing with that card in her hand since a little while back. That card? Yeah, I guess she has. Miss Andrews, what is that card you're holding? Huh? Oh, this? I don't quite know, it just suddenly appeared in my handbag. I'm gonna take that. Yoink! What is this? It looks like a seashell. That's what it looks like, doesn't it? What if we turn it around? Does it look like anything else? Could be an eye, maybe a fish face. I don't know. Honestly, I don't remember owning this card. I wonder where I picked it up from. I'm not remembering something clearly sounds like it would be a rare occurrence. Well, I must be off and leave Mr. Ungard in your capable hands. That's her talking to us. Well then, that was interesting. I think we've covered about all we can. What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright? Pearls looks like she's all worn out by this. She hasn't slept at all and has been walking all over the place with me today. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? Let's go back to the office for a little while. You're really tired, right? Oh no. I'm okay, really. I'm fine, I really am. You don't look fine to me. Alright, well, we've been told where to go. So what now? Well, we did find one thing up shore. Miss Andrews has a motive. You mean Miss Impact's suicide note? That's right. She was also the one to discover the victim's body. Clever. Mr. Nick, the transceiver. Beep. Hello, Wright and Co. law officers. Mr. Attorney, you're not answering a phone? Maya, where's Maya? As promised, I have not gone within a few feet of her this whole time. Which is why I suppose she is absolutely famished. What? Feed her, you moron. So I suggest that you win a quick acquittal, my friend. At any cost, wouldn't you agree? Wait, Maya, let me hear. Very well. Ask Maya. Maya, is that you? Sis. Ask my sis. Maya. Damn it, he cut me off. Mystic said, ask my sis. Didn't she? Yeah, she wants you to, like, become someone, I think. Sis, what does she mean by that? Come on, Phoenix. You're a hopeless one. Sorry. Yeah, Mia will be standing there. It kind of freaks me out that we're now looking at Mia this way through an 8-year-old's body. There's something unsettling about that. Mia? Where were you last trial? We were waiting for you for the entire day and you didn't show up. I have a message from Maya, so come, ask me anything you want about her. How's Maya? She's safe, for now. That kidnapper is one to keep his word, it seems. I'm glad to hear she's safe, but Mia, how did you know? As soon as she was locked up, Maya called for me. I read the note she left. Then I gathered as much information about her surroundings as I could. I didn't know you could use spirit channeling like that. That's pretty smart. That's pretty clever. Okay, the kidnapper. The kidnapper, what's he like? I don't know. Apparently Maya went to answer a phone call at the hotel and was drugged there. And? She didn't see the face of her attacker. Maya is locked up in a very dark place right now. I'll tell you everything I heard when I was with her. I'm starving. Could really go for some apple pie. I mean, at a time like this, sweets are the only way to go. I have to stay positive. I promised he wasn't going to kill me. I'm not going to die. Sis, I wonder if you're with Nick right now. I'll do something at the door first. I don't think I'll be moving anyway. There's a... Man without hair? You've arrived. Someone dropped a card here. Oh, it's the same card. Kind of looks like a business card. There's no name on it. It's the shell, though. It's a picture of a seashell, I think. What a strange card. There's all sorts of things piled up here, but it's too dark to see. No, it's not. We can see the door. What's this? Feels like there are a lot of glass bottles here. And these, they feel like barrels. I'll pass. Too bad I'm really hungry and not really thirsty. I mean, they're carbs, right? Drat, it's locked. This door lock seems easy enough to open. On TV, the heroes always uses a plastic card or a stiff piece of cardboard. Then click, they magically open the door. I wonder if there's a card like that around here I could use. Ah, that's it. This shell card. If I use this, maybe I can get the door open. This might be my key out of here. I had a feeling this card might be useful. I'm such a genius. Alright, now if you'll excuse me, Mr. Kidnapper. Click. I did it. Okay, now I'm getting the heck out of here. I shouldn't keep Nick waiting, or worried. I wonder if she went back in time or forward. No, because she was telling us about that. Hey Methos, how you doing? Interesting. So she was telling us the story, which means she was back in time, but that means she escaped. So why didn't... She must have been caught escaping. That's the only could make sense, right? I guess we'll find out.